The Wall Street Synagogue is located just 4 blocks from Ground Zero, and after the September 11 terrorist attacks, hundreds fleeing the disaster took refuge inside this house of prayer. In honor of the 10th anniversary of 9/11, the Wall Street Synagogue hosted a week of remembrance, reflection, and renewal. At a memorial service before the anniversary, synagogue congregants and city officials gathered to express how the synagogue served them on 9/11. Rabbi Hager called his synagogue a public haven. While the building is regularly open several times a day for prayer services, on 9/11, it never closed.
All day long, people, many of them dazed, in states of shock, wandered and sat in pews to collect their thoughts and to recover from the shock of what they had seen.
Hager also showed the hat he wore on 9/11. He never cleaned the ash off the fedora in remembrance of the day of destruction. The memorial service also honored the synagogue's neighbors, Fire Engine Company 6, whose firefighters were the second company to reach the Twin Towers. Firemen Al Siciliano and Chris Perrone lit candles in candlesticks shaped like the Twin Towers. The Engine 6 Firehouse and the Wall Street Synagogue have always had a close and friendly relationship. This is partly because they share a party wall.
The congregation for the Wall Street Synagogue has been so supportive, it's like we all work for each other.
That day, 9/11, 10 years ago, what do you remember about coming back and having the synagogue there?
I just remember the rabbi being outside, him being very distraught, and him needing someone to talk to also,
On 9/11, Fire Engine Company 6 lost 4 members. Fireman Al Siciliano is hoping to find some closure on this 10th anniversary, but for these Ground Zero neighbors, the memory of 9/11 is still very fresh. 10 years later, the dust from the attacks may have settled, but the ash on Rabbi Hager's hat still remains. For the Jewish Channel, I'm Meredith Gansman.